Hi guys, Dr. Simon here, and we're back with episode 3 of Building a Brand. This time we are talking about probably one of the most important things you can do to grow and scale your own brand, and that is content. We all live in a world of social media where conversation and engagement and attention is all found on social media, and it can really skyrocket your brand. And certainly it has done for me, both with my personal brand, communicating with patients, communicating with other members of the profession, getting lecturing gigs, even brand partnership schemes, and obviously with Parler, social proof and social content has been something that's been a core part of developing the community that we have around the brand and the subscribers that are a part of our ecosystem. So content is so important, but do not be under any disillusion that creating content is incredibly difficult. It takes a lot of time. The goalposts are always changing with regards to what sort of content the various platforms support. The algorithm is always shifting, and it is, as I say, it's a laborious task, but it's so important. So what I would recommend is, number one, make sure you're calendarizing content creation at whatever frequency you want to be posting content. So if you want to be posting 5 different pieces of content every single day across different platforms, you're going to need to be creating content every single day. For me in the clinic, I tend to have one content creation day per month, where I have a videographer team come in and we will sort of batch all that content together in one go. But it's up to you what works best into your flow. I know lots of people sort of have an hour at the end of the day where they do it. It really is up to you how much you want to dedicate time to this. But as I say, it can be really powerful. Now, when I'm thinking about the content that I'm going to create, I try and think about it in what I call the 3 S's. So the 3 S's stand for substance, structure, and style. Okay, so starting with substance, you want to create obviously content of substance, and when I say substance I mean both literally and figuratively, but you want it to be something that is really unique to you. So you want to be focusing on content that resonates with your core values, that is interesting, that is educational, that brings value to the consumer, but is unique and true to yourself. And you might see lots of content done by other content creators online that is doing really well for them, but if you try to replicate that yourself because it's not true to who you are, you may find that it falls a bit flat. So substance, as I say, concentrate on providing value to the viewer or listener, depending on what the medium is that you're delivering, and do something which is true to you and that you're passionate about. And then you really will find that actually it's not so much of a chore creating this content because you're genuinely really interested in it. The second point is structure. Okay, so by structure I mean both the structure of your whole content calendar, so how you're delivering these pieces of content, the way in which the individual videos are also delivered. So one obvious example of this is with video, with Reels or TikToks. The first couple of seconds of that video have to catch the viewer's attention. And if the consumer or the viewer scrolls away and that video doesn't get traction according to the algorithm, then it's not going to be successful. So the structure of that video and how you start that video is really important. So things like that and being aware of those will really help for your content to deliver appropriately. The other thing that I would say with regards to structure is being a good storyteller. So you might have a topic, i.e. substance, which is very relevant, but if you can't tell the story in a compelling way, then you may lose the interest or the attention of the consumer, and therefore that piece of content won't do as well as it could have done otherwise. So think about being a good storyteller. Telling stories is something that goes back through our history as human beings. We've always told stories and it's always been interesting to people. So try to develop your skills of being a good storyteller, and you should find that actually your content resonates with people much more clearly. And the final point is style. So a tone of voice, a style of imagery. try to be aware of this, try and shape this, try to be cognizant of it so as to create a style that's true to you. And that actually, if someone saw a clip of video in your style, they might automatically recognize it as part of who you are. And that will help to develop a brand following over time. When we think about this with Parler, we think about a style of image. When I say style, I mean the brightness or the color and the composition of the image that is truly ours. And so even if it doesn't have our brand logo on it or even our product on it, it looks like a Parler image. And you can take that into whatever your field is, whether it be for your dental practice or for your personal brand or whatever. But having your own unique style will help to really sort of solidify your presence online, which I think is really, really important. So hopefully that was useful, guys. As I say, to summarize, content creation is something that is very laborious, but very, very important, and it will pay back in spades in my own personal experience. Follow the 3 S's of content, so substance, structure, and style, and you should find that you get into the swing of creating content at scale. And hopefully you'll then see huge growth in your brand. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, hit me up on the DMs or on the comments section, and we'll see you on the next one. See ya.